to NKTelco Sports, presented by Grand Lake Health. We're here at Wapakoneta High School to bring you boys basketball district semifinal action where the New Bremen Cardinals take on the Marion local Flyers. Tonight's game is brought to you by American Trim, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, NKTelco, Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Plygem, Precision Strip, Sweeterman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Ferguson Construction, Fowler's TV, Wilson Health, Cy Sweeterman, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, Wayne Trail, Cargill, Wagner's IGA, Securcom, St. Henry Bank, The Spot, and St. Mary's Foundry. Again, welcome to Wapak High School. My name is Greg Burning, my partner, Dave Kanapke. Dave, let's jump right in here with the New Bremen Cardinals. They come in off a good win, defeating St. Henry, who lost earlier in the season, but able to pull out a 54-45 win.
Yeah, great game. Cardinals faced some adversity. They were down 9 early in the fourth quarter, came back, went into overtime. They had some missed opportunities. They could have closed it out in regulation, but they responded in overtime. Did a good job on their free throws down the stretch. Dave Holman, the freshman, came off the bench, had a good game, had 13 points. Nolan Bornhorst led them like he's led them all season. He had 19 points, a big spark of that. You know, the Cardinals have won 7 in a row, but right before that, they had lost 4 in a row. And the coaches made a little bit of adjustments in the lineup, and the Cardinals have really responded, definitely playing their best basketball right now.
Yeah, and I believe that first win in that big streak came against these Marion local Flyers. Our home team here tonight, the Flyers, come in 12-12. They sneak by a high-seeded Fort Recovery, getting a 32-30 victory to get to this game here tonight.
Yeah, it wasn't a pretty game at all. Low scoring as you look the score, 32-30. Bryce Moeller scores a 3 with 2:45 to go. Nobody scored since. Marion kind of played a little shaky down the stretch, but they won, and they're 12-12, and really I think this is Coach Guttemiller's one of his best coaching jobs. They were 2-9, late start of football. It looked like they were going to win 4 or 5 games, and I don't think anybody would have been surprised, but they really lean on defense. Their defense is very sound. They lean on that. They don't score a lot. Alex Ink is their leading scorer at about 10 points a game. Averages are 10 points a game. He's first team All-MAC, and their last loss was to New Bremen. They lost 39-26, and they also won 7 in a row. So both won 7 in a row. A number 9 versus number 8 matchup. That's just, we've been in this district a long time, and I don't think we've ever had that low a seed, but these teams are pulled off the upset, playing their good ball, their best ball right now.
Should be a great one here from Wapak High School. We'll take a short break and be back with our starting lineups in the opening tip. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a third-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Wapak, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on first, second, and third shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Hey Minster, this is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey Botkins, I'm Brett Gerstner with NKTelco, and we are here for you and to help you operate your business network.
Hey Maria Stein, I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with Hometown Pride.
Hi Rishi, I'm Tim Metzger, and we are here for you for your installation of your telephone, cable TV, and internet.
Contact NKTelco at 1-888-NKTelco.
Welcome back to Walpock High School as we get set for our American Trim starting lineups. First for the visiting team, the New Bremen Cardinals, coached by Corey Stevens. The Cardinals come in tonight's game with a 14-10 record overall.
And now, the starting lineups. First, for New Bremen, number 5.
Starting at guard for New Bremen, number 5, 5'10" sophomore Trevor Bergman, averaging 4 points a ball game. For Marion, a 5'10" junior guard, number 3, Alex Eink, averaging 10 points a game. For the Cardinals, number 10, 6'4" sophomore forward, Reese Bussey, averaging 9 points. Number 11, 6' senior for Marion local, Bryce Moeller, averages 9 points a game. For the Cardinals, number 21, a 6'2" senior forward, Patrick Wells, averages 7 points a game. For the Flyers, number 14, 6'2" junior Charlie Hulsman, averaging 5 points a game. For the Cardinals, number 34, 6' senior guard, number 34, Nolan Bornhorst, their leading scorer, 14 points a game. For the Flyers, number 23, 6'3" senior Matt Everman, averages 5 points a game. And rounding out the top 5 for the Cardinals, number 50, playing in the post, number 50, Dan Holman, averages 5 points a game. And rounding out the top 5 for the Marion local Flyers, 6'3" senior, number 30, Nathan Ungra, who averages 4 points a ball game. So now we got the starting lineups taken care of. Get ready for our opening tip. Let's talk about our keys of the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza.
Yeah, Greg, first for the Bremen Cardinals, rebound. This is going to be a physical game. Whoever gets the rebounds is going to be an advantage. Energy, especially on defense. Marion has some long possession. They have to keep the energy. Then execute. They need to work through their plays. If they execute well, they can win this game. Now for the Marion local Flyers, they've hung their hat on defense all year. They're going to have to continue to do that, play the defense, and be aggressive on offense and defense. And actually, New Bremen is actually the longer team, so they're going to have to work around that length than Bremen.
Cardinals will start the ball game on offense first. Marion picks them up in man-to-man. Here's Bornhorst over to Bussey. Bornhorst, he'll let the 3 fly off the mark. Then rebound tracked down by number 3, Eink, for Marion local. Hulsman out top, guarded by Bornhorst. Should be a very good matchup. And a nice drive right to the bucket. Eink takes on Bergman, misses the runner. Bussey comes away with it for New Bremen. Quickly back the other way. Bussey trying to spin down the lane, takes the defense and the bucket. A nice shot off the glass by the sophomore guard.
Nice job by Reese Bussey there. Good job trying any kind of little fast break you can have that you don't have to play against these tough defenses. An advantage there. So we have a foul on the Cardinals.
Yeah, a little over anxious there is Bussey. He picks up the first foul.
Well, both these teams don't average a lot. New Bremen averages about 49. Marion just a tick over 41. So probably the first one to 40 wins this game, if that.
Hulsman swings it back over to Eink. Swinging around the perimeter. Moeller. And a basket by Moeller to even us up here at 2 apiece.
Nice drive there by Moeller. I think the defense there's a little breakdown on the defense. He got a little easy layup there to tie up the score. A little bit of trouble with the net there. We'll see if hopefully we don't have a very problem anymore. As looks like a new net, as they've been cutting down a lot of nets last weekend here with the girls game with Mr. Wildcats doing the final net cutting with the district championship.
Bremen working around the perimeter. Here's Bergman. Swings it back out top to Bussey, looking to get it inside the Bornhorst. Bornhorst does a lot of work inside for a 6-foot guard, guarded by Hulsman. Skips it across. Bussey thought about the three, instead will work down through the lane. Kick it back out top to home. A good defense there by Marion Local. Talked about it in the pregame. Half-court defense, very solid, very disciplined. They forced the turnover there.
Yeah, it's a good way to describe it. They play fundamental defense. Coach Guttemiller has always been a preach defense. Other years he had a lot of offensive weapons you didn't notice as much. This year they definitely have to lean on that defense.
Hulsman dumps it off to Eink. Pulls it back out, guarded by Bornhorst, trying to work around. Step back three-pointer, short. Rebound tipped around and tracked down by Bornhorst for the Cardinals. Nolan will bring it across, guarded by Hulsman. Swung over to Homan. Homan drives the baseline, takes some contact, and going to be called out of bounds. So slips a little bit there on the baseline. Thought he might pick up a foul. There was plenty contact right there.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there, and I guess the referees are thinking that this is two MAC opponents, so
that's right.
They can be roughed up a little bit. As we have all 4 MAC teams in this district, just like in the girls. So it'll be battles of rematches for all these games.
Marion swinging around the perimeter, back out top to Ungren, and now back over to Everman. Bremen also matching up man-to-man here to start the ballgame. Swing out, Eink open for 3, off the mark. Rebound tipped around and pulled out by Hulsman, offensive board. Rebound shot, three-pointer off the mark by Moeller, and finally tracked down by New Bremen.
Bremen dodged a couple bullets. He had some nice open threes to their 2 best three-point shooters, and Eink and Moeller, but able to survive. See what the Cardinals can do here on offense.
Bremen back out top to Homan. Looking to get it inside, nowhere to go with it. Wrapped up by Everman, and it will be a jump ball. Possession arrow will go with Marion, so turnover forced on the jump ball.
3rd turnover already on New Bremen, and you see that Marion defense, they're going to have to keep working. They're going to watch Bornhorst wherever he goes, so they're going to have to look for alternatives.
Eink walks it across for the Flyers. 4:40 left to go here, quarter number 1. We're even at 2. Quick pass inside, nice cut by Bryce Moeller. And he's got all the points so far for the Marion Local Flyers.
Nice entry pass, I believe it was by Ungren for the easy bucket.
Dan Homan thought about the 3, instead gets it over to Bussey. Back out top to Bornhorst. Bornhorst being picked up by Hulsman, good defense. And Bornhorst going to turn it over. Another good solid half-court possession defensively by Marion Local.
Yes, the Marion Local defense is definitely winning this end of the court, as we have a couple substitutions in the game, as we have Logan Suchlin in the game, number 22 or 24, number 22 Dave Holman had a big game. Actually, both games in tournaments he did in double figures, 10 against Ridgemont and 13 against St. Henry.
Well, then that gives New Bremen a little change of pace. Holman's a little quicker guard, and Suchlin can spread you out and knock down the threes. And on the other side, substitution for Marion Local, Brady Ronenbaugh checks in as well. He's the same way, quick little guard. So a little speed for speed there. And we mentioned before, these two teams know each other very well. They're going to know when to transition into different players. There's a ball fake by Eink. Goes hard to the bucket. Off the iron. Gets the soft touch. And the basket.
Nice move by Eink. He's one of the few players that can really create his shot on Marion Local. He's really improved as the season's gone on.
Been aggressive here early on. Here's the ball back out to Dave Holman, who just checked in the ball game for New Bremen. Mentioned the aggressive drive to the bucket. Gets it to Bornhorst, who's wrapped up back out to Wells. Bornhorst thinking about the 3. Lets it fly. It's short. Doesn't even barely draw iron, and rebound collected by the Flyers.
That was a good set, though. It didn't result, but they took had a good shot, had a good look. It just didn't fall. I'm sure Bornhorst will hit those as we go along.
Here's Hulsman, swings it over to Eink. Thought about driving, instead we'll skip it across court over to Moeller. Back out top to Everman. Again, Bremen still in the man-to-man. Ronenbaugh guarded by Bergman. Eink now picked up by Suchlin. A little more length there for Ike to deal with as Suchland has a couple inches on him as well. They're going to isolate, go right to the bucket. Ike goes against the double team. And a good help defense there by New Bremen. Will have a quick 30-second timeout. All by Coach Stevens. We'll thank our sponsors for tonight's game. Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Plygem, Precision Strip, Streeterman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Ferguson Construction, Fowler's TV, Wilson Health, Cy Sweeterman, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, Wayne Trail, Cargill, Wagner's IGA, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank, The Spot, and St. Mary's Foundry. Quick timeout there taken by Coach Stevens. Dave, you got to think he's not real happy with his offense. They're really having to work hard to get a shot.
Yeah, they haven't had a real flow yet. They haven't really got it inside. You know, definitely most of their possessions go through Bornhorst, and they should. But I think they need to mix a little bit up, get a little bit of inside out, get some other people involved. You know, it's going to be work all. We talked about all the game night. We talked about one of the keys was execution. You got to execute against a good defense like Marion has.
Nicely said as we get back to action. Here's Logan Suchland. Swings it out top to Dave Homan. Trying to get inside the Bornhorst. A quick double team by Everman. A great read and another steal for the Flyers.
That pass was a little bit too slow. They could see that good defense, help defense by Everman.
Here's Ronenball back on top. Swings it over to Hulsman. Ike lets it fly. Off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by Bornhorst. Quickly pushes ahead to Dave Homan. He'll go right to the hole, but stolen right before he got the shot off by number 14, Charlie Hulsman.
Good play there by Hulsman. Even though he didn't stay in bounds, he stopped the drive there, so it gives a chance for the offense or the defense to set on the inbounds play.
More substitutions. Bremen brings it Dan Homan and Reese Bussey back in, and also Nathan Ungren comes back in for Marion Local. And Bremen trying to get something going here offensively. Do get it finally inside the Bornhorst, but good defense out top by Hulsman. Forces the over and back. That's a great matchup for Marion as Hulsman's got a little bit of height on Bornhorst and still has the size. Haven't had many teams that can push Nolan Bornhorst out of the paint. Early on, he's had a lot of success at that.
Yeah, Bornhorst only 6 foot and Hulsman 6'3" and pretty long arms. So yeah, good matchup. He's winning that matchup so far.
Back out top, Hulsman gets it over to Ungren. Looking to try to get inside to Everman.
Greg, I've been impressed with the Marion's offense. They're very deliberate, but they've been able to get some good looks for Ike and Moeller, and that's the two main scorers for their team. So they're going to take a majority of the shots.
Patiently working around the perimeter. Minute 25 to go. Ronenball lets the three go and knocks it down. Big shot there as that pushes the Flyer lead to 7 and 9-2 here late in our first quarter.
Yeah, good execution there. Ronenball stepped up there. Cardinals need to respond with some offense here.
More importantly, they need to get a shot. There's another turnover. That one's picked off by Ike. Going to take it the distance and a good recovery. Reese Bussey blocks it from behind. Maybe the defense, New Bremen, needs to get their offense going as they have struggled just to get a shot off.
Yeah, that's a momentum changing play if they can score, and they do draw a foul there, but that's a huge play there. If Ike gets the layup there, it's all of a sudden you're down by 9 points. So see if they can, but they need to turn this into offense, and like you mentioned,
right,
they need to get a shot off. They're getting turnovers on possessions, so they don't even get it.
Yeah, and they took a different approach. They set Bussey up inside. He draws the foul against Alex Ike, his first, and just the first foul. Both teams just one team foul here in the first quarter.
Bussey hasn't touched it a whole lot so far.
Suchland thought about the three. They swing it back over to Bornhorst. Getting a lot of attention, swings it outside Bussey. Suchland, good ball movement. Holman, he'll step back, three ball, got it. Deep three, far side, big basket, Dan Holman.
That's a huge shot there. Tough play by the big guy there, and they needed that basket. Cut it within 4.
20 seconds remaining. Here's Hulsman out top, working against Bussey. Swings it back out top, Everman. Here's Moeller with the ball, down to 12 seconds. Ronenball thought about the three again. Here's Hulsman, down to 8 seconds. 6, 5. Hulsman thinking about it, wheels on Bussey, goes to the bucket. Dan Holman with the block, and the charge called against Hulsman, so good defensive block and the charge.
So take another look here. Nice job there by Holman. That'd be Dave Holman that slid underneath there and got the charge. It looked like Hulsman was going to draw a foul. So back-to-back good defensive possession for the Cardinals.
And you got to like that drive if you're Marion local. With 1.3 to go, not even going to get a shot off. They're going to call that the quarter as a travel called against Bergman. That's one in the books here from Walpock. Marion local 9, New Bremen 5. We'll take a quick break and be back with quarter number 2. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com. Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Second quarter action about to begin here from Walpock High School. First quarter, good one for Marion local as they take the 9-5 advantage.
Get a look at Ohio Northern's coach Rich Bensman taking in the action here at this district at Walpock. One big stat here is Flyers have had 11 shots taken compared to only 4 for New Bremen.
Here's another one by Bornhorst. It's well short again. Ball scooped up by Hulsman. Quickly pushes it ahead to Eink. And Eink will draw the foul. Good hard drive there. It's going to be foul on number 5, Trevor Bergman.
Nice job by the Flyers pushing it out. Getting any opportunity you have as a fast break is an advantage here. You don't have to work as hard on offense. And Eink, first team All-MAC as a junior, will be shooting 2.
First one by Eink, nothing but net. Solid free throw shooter at 64% on the season. Attempting the second and try to advance that Marion local lead to 6, and he does. 11-5 on our First National Bank scoreboard in favor of Marion local. Raymond working it around, trying to get inside to Wells. Bergman a little mishandle there. Bergman tries to wheel down through the lane, loses the ball off of his own foot. Scooped up by Marion local.
And too many mistakes for the Cardinals is you can't afford it against his defense.
Yeah, and a lot of dribbling, which is something you really don't want to do against a good defense either. Here's Hulsman out here working against Bornhorst. Little wheel, drops it off to Moeller, misses the jumper. Both these teams done a nice job defensively. Most of the time, just one shot at each end.
Yeah, and I think the Cardinals need to work to somebody besides Bornhorst. Flyers are trying to stop him. Shot out by Bergman.
Ball still loose on the ground. Going to be off of Marion local. Stay with New Bremen. But you're right. There's definitely a lot of attention to Bornhorst.
We talked about the Hulsman matchup on him, the taller player. Plus, there's people watching him who are going to be hedging over to him. Double team where they can. Need somebody else to step up, get a basket or two, and you can definitely want to keep Bornhorst in the offense, but you need to have somebody step up to free him up a little bit.
Number 3, Zach Berkey just checked in for New Bremen. There's Bornhorst out top. 6.5 minutes left to go in our first half. Trying to get inside to Holman, defended nicely. Here's back out top to Berkey, and now Wells.
You just have to be very patient on offense. You have to work. There's a nice 3 look.
Bussey high off the arc, hits the apparatus above the bucket, so that'll be out of bounds, and the ball will go back over to Marion local.
Yeah, both these teams shoot a fair amount of 3-pointers. New Bremen's made 144. Marion's made 143 for a low-scoring team. You wouldn't expect that, but a big part of their offense. And Marion's had a lot of good 3-point looks so far between Moeller and Eink, and then Ronabon hit the 3 as well.
Here's Everman back out top. Marion patiently working through their offense. Nice back cut there. Sneaking in there is Charlie Hulsman.
Good possession there again. They're getting some nice cuts on offense and some good looks. An 8-point lead.
Yeah, and there's another missed errant pass, but you know what, I'm surprised you haven't seen more from New Bremen. Well, we'll get it after this timeout. It's a full one. We'll take a break as well. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
PlyGem Residential Solutions is part of Cornerstone Building Brands, North America's largest manufacturer of exterior building products, and the success of our company is directly related to the contributions of our employees. We are currently looking for machine operators, maintenance technicians, forklift operators, and more to join our growing team at our facility in Sydney, Ohio. PlyGem offers competitive pay, a full benefits package, as well as opportunities for bonus pay and long-term advancement. Become a part of our strong foundation.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Welcome back to Wapak as New Bremen takes another timeout. Really struggling, Dave, to get something going offensively.
Yeah, they need to mix it up. They need to change some things. I'm sure Coach Stevens probably talked about that in the break.
Yeah, definitely need to get some more motion in their overplaying defense, meaning Marion Local is overplaying and attacking them very aggressively. So I'd be surprised if you don't see New Bremen setting a lot more screens in their offense to pull that defense away from the bucket, maybe get a backdoor cut. Nice block there by Wells on the Ink shot. And quickly bringing back the other way. Holman looking to attack is cut off by Everman. Good recovery defense there again by Marion Local. Wells back out top. Here's Holman again. Picked up again nicely. That time by Ungren. Draws the foul. Will get 2 shots.
Nice job there as Holman draws the foul. And this offense that they run in New Bremen is an open offense, and that's predicated on that you have to beat your man.
That's right.
And when you have a good defensive team, if you're not beating your man, then you got to work on something else. You got to set some more screens and change it as Holman hits the first.
Dan, a solid free throw shooter at 68% on the season, knocks that one down to cut the Marion Local lead down to 7. 4 points on the ball game for Dan Holman. That one off the mark. Bornhorst skies up for the rebound. Gets it over to Berkey. He'll let the 3 ball go. It's short and up big for the board for the Flyers, Bryce Moeller. 4:45 left to go here in our first half. Marion has led throughout.
The Bremen's made some good defensive plays. It's really kept them in this game, and they're going to have to keep relying on that until their offense gets going.
Here's Everman now back over to Ink, guarded by Berkey. Back out top, almost stolen, Ungren. Here's Moeller by Bussey. Tip there by Holman. Nobody picks it up, and it's going to lead to an opportunity for Marion. And what could have been a good New Bremen defensive play leads into an easy opportunity or an attempted opportunity for Marion Local.
You see the back part of that was after Holman had tipped it, and it seemed like everybody relaxed for New Bremen. Oh, we got a turnover, and nobody just happened to be there, and they came up with it. So Hilsman shooting 2.
First one rattles out by Hilsman. Ronenbaum will check back in the game for Marion Local, and also Logan Suchland for New Bremen.
The Flyers shoot 65% as a team. Hilsman just a little bit over that at 69% for the junior.
Second one rattles in. 13-6, or correct that, 14-6 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Flyers by 8. Bremen really struggling offensively, just 6 points. Bussey draws the contact and will get 2 shots.
Good job by the sophomore Bussey as he drove and got some fouls. Nothing else, they're getting to the line and getting some fouls to get a look here. He probably could have shot it there, but wanted to drive, and he draws the foul on Eink. The second foul on Eink. That's could be big here. We'll see what Coach Guttermiller does with his leading scorer with 2 fouls.
First free throw by Bussey is good. Dave mentioned before, most of these players pretty solid around that 60 to 80% free throw area. Reese is 67%.
And Eink checked out in favor of Moeller, so.
Bussey's second free throw, no good. Well, both these teams have been a little bit inefficient at the free throw line and seem to be able to make one. But I don't believe anybody has knocked down a pair yet.
Yeah, we'll see what Marion's offense does without Eink. A lot of the offense went through Eink, but Moeller's their second leading scorer at 9 points a game, and their offense has been pretty crisp. They've got some good looks underneath. We'll see what happens.
Hilton with the move, gets it over to Moeller, and now back out top to Everman. Looking for somewhere to go with it, gets it over to Ronenbaugh.
They're very patient. They don't force it. They're really running a good team offense.
Ronenbaugh thought about the three, loses the handle. Logan Suchland comes up with it for New Bremen. Gonna attack straight away. Blocked by Hulsman. Pulled back out by Bergman, who gets it off to Bornhorst. Bornhorst aggressively driving, draws the foul against Everman. So that's gonna be team foul number 5 against Marion Local.
Again, the defense comes up with a big play for the Cardinals as they get a shot and they get the offensive rebound. As Bornhorst had a look, but drove, and he had a different defender this time. He had Everman not quite as quick as what Hilsman is.
Dave Holman checks back in for New Bremen. Is trying to get that pass. It's tipped out of bounds by the Flyer defense. I believe that was tipped out by number 11, Bryce Moeller. So Bremen will keep it with 3:10 to go here in our first half. Marion hanging on to a 7-point lead. Homan to Homan. And a good pass into a cutting Nolan Bornhorst off the glass. And man, that was a solid offensive play. Hard fought by New Bremen, but a solid possession.
All the way around, and a nice athletic move there for Bornhorst for his first 2 points.
Good defense so far by Marion, holding Bornhorst, as you mentioned. Here's Bergman out top on Ronenbaugh. He is struggling to get rid of the ball. And Bremen getting a little over anxious, reaches in to draw the foul.
I think if they backed off a little bit on the aggressiveness there, might have got a 5-second count there as Ronenbaugh didn't have to go anywhere. Seems like you get the sense of momentum starting to turn a little bit, and I think Coach Guttermiller noticed that too, as he puts Eink in with 2 fouls on offense. The last couple possessions without him hasn't worked as well. They had a turnover last time and almost a turnover on this possession.
2:39 left to go in the first half. 14-9 in favor of Marion. Good pass inside to Everman. Muscles it up and in. It seems like when Marion's needed a possession, they've been able to respond. And Bremen still at that 7-point deficit. It's as close as they've been most of this first half.
Yeah, that was a good look, a good offensive look there. As a quick basket there by Everman.
Bremen looking to respond. Bergman wheels down through the lane, dumps it off, can't get it. Suchland with the putback, doesn't get it to go. And a jump ball called there between Eink and Dave Holman. Will give it back to Marion Local.
Bremen had a couple looks there, but they weren't quite under control either on the drive by Holman or the tip by Suchland. So the alternate possession gives it to the Flyers, and Eink playing here with the last 2 minutes probably with 2 fouls. And right now, again, the Cardinals need to lean on their defense down this stretch.
Yeah, it's been a trend here for both teams, and I'm going to say an aggressive officiating crew, meaning they aren't calling a whole lot of the touch fouls. You're really going to have to be strong with the ball today, is a great example right there.
You know, neither team's in the 1-and-1, and more it seems like it's unusual for both teams to get in the 1-and-1, especially in the first half, as Marion with 5 and Cardinals with 4, and you know, both teams are used to that. It's been that way all year in the MAC.
Dave Holman looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Finally gets it off to Suchland. Cutting Bornhorst gets it inside. Draws the contact. Takes it and hits. The back-to-back buckets there by Bornhorst.
Nice job by Bornhorst. He didn't go up right away. He faked a couple times and then did a fadeaway off of Hillsman. Nolan's adjusting his offense. The big basket get within 5.
And a big possession here is the lead, like you said, has been cut to 5 as close as it's been. And there's an offensive foul called against Everman out top.
And that's his second foul. So him and Ike both with 2 fouls. And the defense is, as the second quarter of the defense in Bremen has picked up, has kept them in the game, and we'll see if they can take advantage of it here with 1:26 to go.
When you talked about, sorry Dave, you talked about the momentum. There's definitely been a slow shift. It's been very methodical as Marion has really made New Bremen work, but the last couple possessions offensively by New Bremen have been a lot better. See if they get another shot off here as Bornhorst has the ball now at top, guard by Hulsman, working to try to get open, picks it back up, gets it over to Homan. Dave Homan, that is, back to Bornhorst, season opening, drives to the bucket off the glass, can't get it to go, but draws the foul. Boy, he has just been a handful. Even when he's not shooting, he being Bornhorst, he just works his way down in the paint.
Nice cut here as he splits the defenders. A smart player, 4-year player on varsity. Knew he couldn't go straight out. He found that opening in there. He knew it was a pretty good chance he was going to get the foul, and Bornhorst has had a huge year. He's gone over 1,000 points. Right now he's currently in 4th place all time in New Bremen history. After making the second team in the MAC his first 3 years, he broke through first team all MAC this year.
He'll step to the line for a pair of free throws. First one rattles around and in. Couple substitutions. Zach Berkey will check back in. Also Ike and Everman. So both the Marion local Flyers with 2 fouls both check back in the ball game.
As you would expect, Bornhorst's a very good foul shooter at 71%. As a team, the Cardinals shoot 63.
Second one is just like the rest of the story we've had this half. Free throw short.
I think we've said that a few times. It's so-and-so's a good free throw shooter, and they missed the next shot.
Kick out here to Ronenbaum. Thought about 3. Instead, he'll pop the jumper and knock it down. Big buckets off the bench by Ronenbaum.
5 points for Ronenbaum. He's smart. He takes the right shot. He's 2 for 2 from the field.
Coach's son plays like it. 35 seconds left to go here in the first half. Suchland back out top to Dave Homan. Wheels it over to Bornhorst. Bornhorst spins the lane, picks up a double team. Still working, goes up with it, gets the bounce, doesn't go. Homan with the board will draw the foul.
Nice job by Dave Homan, one of the shorter players on the floor, but he somehow comes up with that offensive rebound and puts it up, draws the foul. And Dave Homan, he got moved up from the JV around mid-season, and he has really showed that he's given it, not just shows that he belongs on varsity, he's given this team a spark in tournament he has, and as the season has gone on.
The Dave to the line, 4-2. First one falls. Dave, a nice free throw shooter as well, 73%. See if he can break the curse to knock down 2 here. It'd be the first one in the ball game.
He had 9 and 10 against St. Henry, so we'll see if the curse. And he
Second one is in. Bremen's lead cuts the lead back to 4. 15 seconds remaining here in our first half. It's been a great one here from Walpock. District semifinal action. Marion local with the ball against New Bremen. Good screen out top. Ike with the opening, goes up and in. Good score. 4 seconds remaining. New Bremen going to have to hurry. Gets it across half court. Homan, it'll count if it goes. Off the glass. No good. 2 in the books. End of the half. Marion local 20, New Bremen 14. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
For over 150 years, Cargill has been helping people be successful worldwide. Cargill has always done business responsibly and in a way that makes us proud. Whether it is educating farmers in India or providing bikes to students with perfect attendance right here at home, Cargill is helping people thrive. The Sydney plant is just one piece of a global company that provides employment for hundreds of thousands, food for the world, and support for thousands of businesses. Be a part of something great at Cargill.com.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen.
Welcome back to Wapak. We're at halftime here with our first half stats, Mr. Dave Knapke.
Thanks, Greg. As you look at the total numbers there, shooting favors the Flyers. They've had better looks, especially on their 2-pointers. They're 8 of 17 compared to 4 of 14 for the Cardinals. Cardinals getting the line more. They're 5 of 8 compared to 3 of 4 for the Flyers. Rebounding in favor of the Cardinals, 10 to 6. But the turnovers have hurt them. You never want to have as many turnovers as you have rebounds. And the Flyers, in only 3 times they played under control pretty much in the first half. Leading scorers so far, Alex Sank with 6, Bryce Moeller with 4, Brady Ronenbaum with 5 off the bench. For the Cardinals, they have Bornhorst with 5, Dan Homan with 5 as well to lead the Cardinals. And the Cardinals, I thought they adjusted better in the second half, and I felt like the momentum was shifted, but still the Flyers increased their 4-point lead they had in the first quarter to 6 points. They had a big point at the end there with Ink playing with 2 fouls, and the Cardinals need to get a little bit more contributions for more of their players on offense, and Flyers just keep what they're doing. They keep playing that good defense, and I think Coach Gutterman was probably pretty happy with how his offense was run.
It's a good first half. We'll get started with the second half right now. Marion starting out with the ball with a 6-point lead. Hulsman will start out top against Bornhorst. Backdoor play to Hulsman. Goes up with it, draws the foul, and gets it to go. So a great set play there by Marion Local.
Just get a look there as he goes weak side in a pass there. Like you said, I'm sure Coach Guttermiller had that drawn up. Probably something they looked at the films all week and say, hey, this is a play we could go to. Come out the half court. That gives a little momentum there. Hulsman stretches it to 9.
Completes the 3-point play and puts New Bremen in a hole here to start the third quarter. Here is Reese Bussey, guarded by Moeller. Dave Holman, who started the second half for New Bremen. I'm sorry, didn't start. Replaced Trevor Bergman in the last possession. And we got an offensive foul called against Bussey. That'll be his second foul.
So Bussey and Bergman have 2 fouls for the Cardinals. For the Flyers, they have Ink and also Everman with 2 fouls. But right now, the big score is the Flyers with a 9-point lead.
Charlie Hulsman will bring it up. Hands it off to Ink. Gets picked off by Dave Holman. He'll take it right to the glass and score. So great defense. Dave Holman gives New Bremen this much-needed spark.
You said much needed there. Good job there picking Ink's pocket and the freshman with the big points.
He really just read that weave and stepped right in between it. Here's Everman now out top. Hulsman picked up by Bornhorst. Again, both these teams largely play man-to-man, as Bornhorst is going to get nabbed with a foul there.
Just the first foul on Bornhorst. I think you're going to see this called a little bit closer here in the second half as both teams picked up the aggressiveness, as both these teams coming in with 7-game winning streaks. One have an 8-game winning streak when this is over.
Here's Hulsman again, picked up by Bornhorst, trying to get it back out top to Ink. Dave Holman doing a nice job denying Ink the ball. Something I'm sure New Bremen talked about at halftime. He definitely was the main offensive threat as far as getting the offense going for the Flyers. Here's Ungren trying to get it back to Ike. And again, he did a nice underneath the bucket pass to Everman, who gets the bucket.
They've had several of those cuts underneath there. And not just the cut's good, but the timing is right. The pass is at the right time. And an easy layup or a little bit of reverse, but they've had some nice layups for points.
Bussy, 3-ball off the mark. Rebound skied for by Dan Homan, and then tied up by Everman. The jump ball will keep it with New Bremen. 25-16 on our First National Bank scoreboard. 6:12 left to go in quarter number 3. Bornhorst the triggered in for New Bremen. Gets to Dan Homan, back out to brother Dave Homan. Swinging around the perimeter. Dan again. Dan will let the 3-ball go and knock it down. That's 2 3-balls here in the ball game for Dan Homan.
He has 8 points and 2 big ones. Several times it seems like Marion's on the verge of really opening up this game, but Bremen just battling, and that's what they have to do, just keep battling. They were down 9 late against St. Henry and won, and as that will go out of bounds off of the Flyers.
Yeah, good defense out top. They're provided by Patrick Wells. Everman kicks it out of bounds. 25-19, Bremen with a chance to cut into that 6-point lead.
I'm looking over to Coach Stevens. Corey Stevens has done a nice job in his first year as head coach in New Bremen.
Wells, 12-footer, let it fly, no good. Rebound, nice box out there by Everman, scooped up by Ungren. Marion trying to get something going. Homan tries to get the steal. Back out top, Hulsman driving down the lane. Defense very well there by Bornhorst. Going to be deflected out of bounds. Going to stay with Marion local. It's been a good matchup all night here in this ball game between Hulsman and Bornhorst, both sides of the ball.
2 very good athletes, Hulsman, both of them on the football field as well. They battled, and both their teams in the playoffs in football right now battling here in this playoff in basketball.
Good pass inside to Ungren, shot blocked by Dave Homan, but foul called as well. So that's going to send Ungren to the free throw line.
You know, if there was a shot chart you had of both teams, you would see the shot chart of Marion has a bunch of them right around the baskets. A lot of them made. This one isn't made, as Ungren misses that one, but they're getting a lot of looks as they get to the foul shot where New Bremen's getting some of them, but not as clean of looks. They've had to drive, not off balance, trying to make a shot.
Second one by Ungren off the iron as well. So nothing hurt there if you're New Bremen. They quickly get it ahead to Bussy, working against Everman. Nice recovery. Bremen will pull it back out and set it back up. Dan Homan trying to get down the lane, kicks it back out to Bornhorst. Bornhorst wants to let the 3-ball go. Instead, kicks it over to Homan.
And draws the foul.
And Dan Homan, he's got that 3-point look in his eyes. He hit that one as well. It didn't count.
I mentioned before how Coach Stevens does a nice job this year. This is the first winning season in 5 years for the Cardinals. They had a couple lean years there a few years ago, and he's done a nice job. Moved up from the JV ranks, has done a nice job in playing their best basketball at the right time of the year.
Logan Suchlin working against Ike. Back out top to Dave Homan. Nolan Bornhorst going against Everman. Drives, takes the contact, goes up over and blocked. Good defense there by Everman to turn away Bornhorst. Marion back on the attack. Everman guarded by Dan Homan. Swinging back corner, Everman. Bodying up with Homan. Ball deflected, almost stolen by New Bremen. Instead, we're going to have a Marion local timeout. It's a full one. We'll take a break as well. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center offers a family-friendly environment with a personalized approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve mobility. Dr. Christopher Stuckey specializes in reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, diabetic foot care, trauma including fractures and sports injuries, along with bunions, hammer toes, and ingrown toenails. Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center has offices located in St. Mary's and Salina. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-394-8664.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Welcome back to third quarter action here from Walpock High School. Dave, good start for Marion Local. New Bremen responded. We're back to where we were at the break, a 6-point deficit.
Yeah, it's been a battle the whole way. The thing that Marion just had that spurt early that got them ahead, and they've been kind of riding that the whole way. And imagine it's going to stay around that time, that spread most of the time. It's not, I don't think either team's going to open up much of a lead.
Marion had the biggest at 9. It's been, as Dave mentioned, around 6 or 7 most of the game. Here's Everman, kicks it out. Ronenbaum, he'll let the 3 ball go in and out. Rebound scooped up by Bussy. Bussy gets it over the corner, so quickly go ahead. 1 man down, home, and 3 ball off the back of the board. And Ungren tracks down the rebound for Marion Local.
Good opportunity there. They pushed the tempo a little bit, got a good look. And again, it's about taking the right shot at the right time. You're not always going to make it, but both teams had the good look. Ronenbaum also had a good look. It just went rimmed in and out in here for him for the Flyers.
Yeah, Bremen paying a lot more attention to Ike this second half, as he has barely touched the ball, let alone getting off a shot. I don't think he shot the ball yet in the third quarter.
Yeah, Home was guarding Suchland. He's a pretty tall guy. He does a very good job defensively. There's almost a steal, but it will stay with the Flyers. So you see it in front of the bench, Marion bench. Coach Guttemiller's done a great job as well. Again, this team was 2-9 and going nowhere, and they are right now at 12-12. Of course, he coached this Marion team to a state championship 2 years ago. And right now his team's leading with a chance to go to the district finals to face the winner of Parkway and Minster.
I ain't gonna drive hard to the bucket there. Defended nicely again by Suchland, and a good save by Bornhorst. Looking to push it ahead. He's got Bussy, gets it to him. Bussy off the glass, can't get it to go, and a rebound ripped away by Ungren. Missed opportunity there for New Bremen, and another good defensive response by Marion Local.
That's a good way to describe it. They had an opportunity there. Bussy's a little bit off balance there, just couldn't get to roll. It's a nice outlet pass, and just have to keep battling in a game like this.
Everman trying to find some place to go. Finally gets it to Ike.
I think it was Suchland on Ike. Suchland 6'5" against Ike, who's he's 5'10", so he's got some height on him.
They're trying to clear it out for Ike, as you see him waving away the defense. They finally swing it the other way to Muller. Muller with the crease is blocked from behind by Bussy. I'd love to see the replay on that, because really didn't look like there was a lot of contact, at least up top.
Yeah, I think it might have been one of those anticipated calls.
That's why I was making the point.
There's going to be contact.
That's exactly what I thought was happening as well, and the official blew the whistle because it was right in front of us. Pretty clean block by Bussy. Either way, it's going to send Muller to the free throw line for a pair. Muller, a 68% free throw shooter, gets that one to roll home.
Either way, the other thing is, it was a nice drive there by Muller. Muller hasn't had an opportunity to shoot a lot. He had 2 baskets early in the first quarter. As you see, he did a nice move. And like you said, I think he was kind of hit below, on the body.
Second one good as well by Muller.
And to your point, in the NBA, that wouldn't have been a foul, because if you don't affect the shot.
I must have was watching that too much the other day. So back to action. Marion now with an 8-point lead. And Bremen looking to answer with 2 minutes left to go here in quarter number 3. Little overplay there by Everman. Scooped back up by Bornhorst. Everman's done a nice job, gets it over to Suchland. Thought about the 3, instead will drive, skips it down baseline into Wells. Nice pass by Logan Suchland. Patrick Wells with the bucket.
And a nice job by Suchland. He didn't force a 3, he thought about it, but he made a drive and a nice pass to Wells for Wells' first 2 points of the game.
27-21. Marion on top, 1:25 left to go here in quarter number 3 from Walpock High School. Here's Ike banging on back out top. Ungren. And now Muller. Quick switch there. Patrick Wells going to get a little hand check there against Everman.
And the fouls have really piled up. That's 6 fouls on New Bremen, only 1 for Marion Local, and that could be a factor as we go the rest of this quarter and into the fourth quarter.
Triggered on the other side into Ike. Just over a minute left to go here in the third quarter. Ike again trying to find some space. Nowhere to go, swings it over to Everman. Everman picked up by Wells. And now back out top. Moeller sees the lane, pulls up from 15, off the iron, no good though. Undgren working hard, gets the offensive rebound, can't get the putback to go as they swing it around the perimeter. So Marion Local going to get another opportunity until that pass thrown out of bounds from Everman. Thought Moeller was cutting to the top. Little miscommunication out of bounds.
Good job there by Unger, and he got 2 offensive rebounds. And to be honest, that one of them, I'm surprised he didn't get a foul call.
I was going to say the same thing. A lot of contact.
I say it, I'm not being critical of the refs. It's gone both ways.
That's
you
right.
can call it both ways. And Cardinals see if they can cut into the 6-point lead. They were down 8 a little bit ago, and they got the good guy with the ball right now with Bornhorst.
Trevor Bergman checked back in the ball game for New Bremen as a foul is called out top against Everman, and that is his 3rd foul.
You see Brady Warrenbaum will check in. Everman, I think he went over and just mentioned to the coach that, hey, that's 3 fouls. You want me to go in? And it's like, again, coach's son.
That's right.
He's been drugged to ball games since he's probably been about 3 or 4, so he knows the game of basketball, and he's done a nice job off the bench for the Flyers.
Bergman working out top against Ronenbaum, gets it over to Bussey. Bussey wheels across the screen, back out top. Bergman swings over to Suchland, thought about the 3. Instead, will drive the baseline again. Nice back cut by Bergman. Steps out. Oh, great pass inside to Wells. Back over to Suchland for the score. That might have been the best offensive possession for New Bremen tonight. Very unselfish. Got it to 4. Half quarter at the buzzer. 3 in the books. Marion Local 27, New Bremen 23. We'll be back with the 4th quarter. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
At CAPT, we use hometown opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler, with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community, with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Welcome back to Walpock as you get a good shot of the Marion Local student section. And New Bremen with a great possession to end the 3rd quarter, cut the lead to 4.
Again, a lot of that went through Logan Suchland. Again, he didn't force a shot, kept working it around. He was ultimately rewarded with a layup, a big basket that cut it within 4 to go into the 4th quarter.
That's as close as they've been this whole game, other than the 2-2 when the game started. We mentioned before, Marion has led throughout. They will start with the ball here in quarter number 4. Swing it back out top, trying to get Eint going, but nice recovery by Suchland. Everman. And now back over to Hulsman.
And Eint did not score that quarter. He's not put many shots. Good defense being played, this time by Bussey, earlier by Suchland.
Everman, they'll give him the 3 ball off the iron, no good. A good box out there by Nolan Bornhorst as the rebound is picked up by Trevor Bergman. New Bremen.
Well, the Flyers have had some good shots go in and out in the last part of this
Patrick Wells, 3 ball off the iron twice, doesn't fall. Rebound picked up by Everman for the Flyers.
Both teams had good looks as they rattled out.
Moeller swings it out top to Undgren, and now over to Hulsman. Everman. Marion very patient. Both teams played man-to-man this entire ball game. Drive to the bucket. Eink off balance, rattles around and off. And so much so, Bussey barely got the rebound. I'm not sure how that ball didn't go in. It hit every part of the rim. And there's going to be foul number 4 for Everman as he quickly picked that one up. Kind of got himself in a bad spot. The driving Bussy went right at him.
Back on that Ike one, it's a shame he wasn't rewarded because he was trying to get a great move, tried to work his way open. He just rolls off there, and let's keep an eye on Everman, the first player with 4 fouls in this game.
Bussy out top, gets it back to Bergman. Thought about the three, and now will launch it for deep. It does not go. Rebound ripped away by Moeller for the Flyers.
Flyers, their offensive identity hasn't been as crisp as what it was in the first half. A lot of it is because the defense has taken Ike out of the picture. We'll see how he responds, and now Suchland on him.
Here's Ronenbaum guarded by Bergman. Wheels back out past the three-point line. A lot of dribbling.
Yeah, they're spreading it out a little bit, just trying to open up the court, and there's Ike.
Open for three, knocks it down.
The good players, when they're shut down, when they do get the opportunity, they take advantage. And a big three there for Ike and the Flyers.
Bergman swings it over to Wells. Inside, kicks it out. Suchland, three ball off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Charlie Hulsman for the Flyers. Big possession coming here as Marion's up by 7.
Bremen, 3 possessions this quarter, all 3-point shots.
Ike goes right at the bucket, kicks it out. Undgren, he'll launch it from 3, no good. Rebound secured by Nolan Barnes. A little quick shot there, I thought, by Marion Local, trying to put the dagger into New Bremen. Instead, back the other way. Here come the Cardinals. Scoop shot, Bergman off the glass, no good. Charlie Hulsman quickly out of there, going to go right at Suchland, decides to back it out, skip it across court. Ike had the 3, and Wisely will pull it back out and run some clock.
Yeah, both teams seem a little bit anxious. They're trying to force something to happen instead of just play the game, run your offense, and let the game come to you.
Really spread out here as they're in a 4-corner action for Marion. Undgren passes on the 3, swing it back out top to Ronenbaum. Other corner, here's Moeller, 3 ball, in and out. Rebound pulled down by Bornhorst. New Bremen quickly coming back the other way. Bornhorst, 3 ball on its way, it's short. And Undgren again securing down the boards. He's been a monster underneath for the Flyers.
Undgren had 5 rebounds just in the 3rd quarter, and a big rebound there is, again, the Cardinals forcing the 3s a little bit too much, but right now, Marion's going to spread it out, run clock, or just try to get a good look. And I think that's before the shot, but it'll be a 1-and-1 here as Ike with a nice drive. You know, part of it, I think the Flyers are trying to run a little clock, but it's more, let's spread it out. And I think it opens things up. When you play against a very tough defense, sometimes you want to open it up a little bit, get a little bit lanes that weren't there in the 3rd quarter.
Ike will step to the free throw line, as Dave mentioned, with a 1-and-1. If you're just joining us, welcome to Walpock High School. 4:14 remaining in this district semifinal action. And Marion Local with an 8-point lead now as Ike knocks down the first free throw.
First player in double digits as he matches his average of 10, has second free throw here for 5'10" junior.
Second one in as well. Knocks down both of them for Ike. Dave Homan back in the game for New Bremen as they face their largest deficit at 11.
Yeah, key possession. They need a score here.
Bornhorst over to Bergman. Back to Bornhorst. Swings down through the lane. Nice spin move. Left hand up and in. Nolan Bornhorst gets the bucket, and it'll lead to a full timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiedemann Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
Welcome back to Walpock. Good shot there. The New Bremen Cardinals student section. And they're going to need some cheering as they're down by 7 with a little over 3 minutes remaining in our ball game.
Nice drive there by Bornhorst, and that's needed basket. He leads the Cardinals with 7. Ike leads the Flyers with 10. And 7 points to go here as they go down this stretch. Coach Stevens calls a timeout. I imagine they're going to maybe do a little bit of full court pressure, very be aggressive. They want to, they want to force the action here before Marion Local gets in their four-corner spread offense.
Good or bad there at 7 fouls. That could be a good thing if you get someone to free throw line. It doesn't make the front end of a 1-and-1. But as you mentioned, they're picking up full court here, trying to force a turnover.
Yeah, and Ike's going to bring it up. That's probably somebody you don't want to foul. So he just hit 2, and probably do some double team and risking a little bit. A little gambling, I think you have to a little bit, but still 3:44, play solid defense. Get a turnover or so, and it can change in a hurry.
Fuelsman back out top to Ronenbaum, and now to Ike. And like you said, you're going to have to do a good look at, there's a great pass inside, a shot blocked, and it goes off of off of Moeller. A great defensive play. And here you're going to get to see the replay.
Take a look at Holman there.
Dave
5'11". Dave Holman goes up there and blocks it away from Moeller. A huge play. It looked like a layup.
Little bounce in them springs.
Yes.
Pops right up.
Huge play. And again, talk about there's still 3:26. Play defense, make a play. Now you hit a shot, and it's tougher to run that spread offense when you're only up a couple points instead of 7, but the Cardinals need to be very efficient on offense now.
Bornhorst wheels down in the lane, a shot no good, rebound tipped around and out of bounds off of New Bremen. Had an opportunity there, couldn't get it to go. It's going to be Marion Local basketball as Dave Holman checks back in for New Bremen.
Over the offense and the defense there, and 3:17, it's again full court pressure, try to get a steal or a tip.
Fuelsman picks it up, picked up, double team quickly, and they do get the steal right to the bucket. Dave Holman with the score. The Bremen lead down, a deficit to 5.
There's that Holman again. And there will be,
pushed out of bounds there was Everman. Good call, Dan Holman. So he'll walk to the other end, and Everman will shoot a 1-and-1.
Probably not a bad person to foul if you're New Bremen. There's a 1-and-1, and Dave Holman again comes up with a spark of the play. And with exactly 5 minutes ago, it was at 9, probably less than a minute ago. Now it's down to 5, and a 1-and-1 here for Everman.
Exactly 3 minutes remaining in our ball game. As Everman steps up. First free throw is long, rattles out. Rebound pulled down by Nolan Bornhorst for New Bremen. Bucket here would cut it to 3, possibly 2 if you hit a 3. Holman wheeling again, goes right to the bucket and gets it to go. It's the Dave Holman show here late in the ball game. Wow, what a shot.
Down
3 points.
Great steal, and then 2 big baskets for the freshman, Dave Holman.
He gets a heavy handful here. He has to pick up Ike. Ronenbaum thought about the 3, instead brings it back out top.
And now with only a 3-point deficit, New Bremen can afford to be.
Moeller, 3 ball, no good. And wow, just like that, this ball game got real close real quick. Nolan Bornhorst, 2:18 left in our ball game. Bremen trailing by 3. Back out top, Bussy. Bergman picked up by Ike.
And you can't be in a hurry if you're New Bremen here. Bergman falls, and it's a travel, and a tough break there as he just slips there as he tries to make something happen.
Turnover will give it back to Marion Local.
And at this point in the game, if you're Marion too, both teams, you gotta, don't try so hard. You gotta, I mean, you don't want to force something to happen. You don't have to. Take the right shot. Been playing all season.
Ike going ahead, goes right to the bucket, dumps it off. Shot blocked again by, I believe that was Holman. We were blocked by the official. And that's going to send Moeller to the free throw line.
Nice job there by Ike breaking the pressure, able to get it to Moeller. Moeller, they had to foul him to stop the look. So now Flyers here, just take a breath here. A couple big free throws coming up here for Bryce Moeller.
This is crazy.
Easy for us to say, not playing. Both these teams are battling.
First free throw by Moeller is good. He heard you, Dave, because he was pretty calm there. Nice free throw by Bryce Moeller. Pushes the Marion lead back to 4.
You know, it's like this. Sometimes you want it so much, especially these seniors realize this could be the end of my career here. And you have to play within yourself, and a couple big free throws there by the senior Bryce Moeller.
6-point advantage. 5-point advantage, my mistake, for Marion Local. Holman wheels outside. Defense leaves him, so he lays it up and in.
Not the guy to leave alone right now. Smart play.
3-point lead once again. Trying to deny Everman the ball is Dan Holman. The ball almost stolen. Nice pass ahead to Moeller, and he scores.
Once again, Ike with a heads-up play, and Coach Guttermiller calls a timeout to set his defense.
It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Like again, thank our sponsors: Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Ply Gym, Precision Strip, Schredeman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Ferguson Construction, Fowler's TV, Wilson Health, Cy Sweeterman, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, Wayne Trail, Cargill, Wagner's IGA, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank, The Spot, and St. Mary's Foundry. I also like to mention at the conclusion of this game, Dave and I will name a player of the game, and it is sponsored by NKTelco. Might have been a break there for Marion Local. I didn't quite see, but it sure looked like Marion Local was trying to deflect that ball on the inbounds from out of bounds. The ball was getting thrown in. It was really quick. It was a bang-bang play
that's
right
a technical
here.
if you
That's
do that.
right. That's why I'm saying it was very close. Either way, Marion got the timeout, so it doesn't matter. But
yeah, it's a huge plays there by Alex Ike. 2 times in a row, they broke the pressure, and he drew the defenders to him, and he passed it to Moeller. And a huge heads-up play. It was Ike, who was shut out in the third quarter, has come alive here in the fourth quarter.
Dave Holman guarded by Moeller. Works his way down in the lane, loses the handle, looking for somewhere to go as it gets it out to Bergman. Minute 20 left to go in the ball game. Bremen down by 5. Bergman will launch a deep 3 off the mark. It's on the floor. Undgren there to get it, but gives it back to Bornhorst. Bornhorst launches a deep 3 and hits it. Wow, what a shot. Nolan Bornhorst. Wow. I'm not sure he even really took him a second to realize where he was at. He being Nolan Bornhorst had the presence to turn around as we see the replay here. I mean, there are a host of people out there. Just turns around, says, and I am open. Knocks it down. Big shot from the senior. This game started out so sluggish and slow, and these last 3 or 4 minutes has just been some really fun basketball to watch.
I thought the first 3 there, they forced it a little bit. When Bornhorst started to turn around, I was like, no, you got time yet? Like, no. Yes, if you're the Bremen coach there, it's like, what a shot by the senior with a big basket. And now all of a sudden, after falling behind, it was 9 points with, I want to say, around 4 minutes
right
to
at
go.
4 minutes, yeah.
Right at 4 minutes to go, they worked it all the way to 2 points. And it's a whole different game if you're trying to hold the ball with 2 minutes to go, and you still have 110 a long time, and there's going to be a lot of foul shots yet. We got a long way to go in this game.
And Bremen has 9 fouls. Marion at 3. They're going to go deep to Moeller, and he's open. Touchdown, Marion Local. He can't get the free throw. Everman, though, there with the rebound as Dave Holman comes down hard there. Hopefully he's all right. That was right in front of us. I had to throw the football analogy in there. I mean,
a little early in the touchdown signal.
It was right on the money. What a pass and a catch. That's happened before.
You know, I think Tim Goodwin's here somewhere, and he was happy with that play, I'm sure.
That's happened before. Nice play. He'll send Everman to the free throw line. And foul was picked up by Holman, and that's his 4th. So
you know, it's like, for the outsiders, like, how can you miss a layup? You got to realize you're running full speed as fast as you can, and you have to lay it off gently as a first free throw miss. And he was just going so fast, couldn't make it soft enough as
Patrick Wells. Sorry, Dave. Patrick Wells and Undgren will check back in for their teams respectively. Minute 6 remaining. Second free throw coming here for Everman with a 2-point lead. Second one rattles home. 3-point advantage now with just over a minute.
And if you're New Bremen here, you can't just force a 3. Just work your offenses to the 2, so be it. Plenty of time. You need to score, but you need to take the right shot.
Bornhorst picks up his dribble, gets it back to Dave Holman. Holman working against Ike, back over to Bergman. 50 seconds remaining. Bergman open for a minute, gets to Wells. Wells 3-ball, got it! Big possession, tie ball game, 44 seconds to go. Unbelievable.
Well, in that case, why not shoot the 3? What a clutch 3 there by Patrick Wells.
35 seconds brought across by Hulsman. Picked up by Bussey.
Marion has 3 timeouts if Coach Guttermiller wants it. We'll see what he does. He might just let it roll.
Down to 25 seconds, and he is going to take a timeout. It's a full one. We'll keep it right here. 23 seconds remaining. Unbelievable comeback, unbelievable plays. Both teams, you know, you couldn't have scripted all this if we tried. And, you know, you talked about that three-pointer by New Bremen. It really wasn't a quick shot, though. They worked it around the perimeter nicely. Bergman had a 3, passed on it, made the nice extra pass to Patrick Wells. Confidently steps in, knocks down the three-pointer. Ball game's even here. We got a great look at it. Great job on our replay. There it was right there. He could have shot.
Yeah.
Bergman had it, and he wisely passed on it. Got it to his teammate. Wells hits the deep 3.
Wells, the senior, knocks down a big 3. And now if you're Marion local here, at the end of the game against Fort Recovery, they threw it away twice. So you don't want to assume anything. Coach Guttermiller is probably working a good out-of-bounds play, and then he's probably saying, in general, probably who he wants the ball and a general play of what they wanted to run.
And on the other side, you're Bremen. You want to play good defense, but not too aggressive because you've got 10 fouls. So if they foul at all, it's 2 free throws.
And it's a double bonus. The one thing, if you are on defense, you sense they're going for 1, you can be a little aggressive because they're just holding it. So you know, you don't want to tip your hand. And if you get a layup, if you're Marion local, take it. So we'll see it all plays out. What a ball game here.
Here he goes. Dave mentioned Marion local still with timeout. So if they get caught in a bad spot, they could do that as well.
In a zone. First time we've seen that all night.
Ike out top, down to 16 seconds, 15 seconds. He's holding it way out top. Holds up to his team, be patient, down to 10. A lot of length out top there too, one of them being Logan Suchland. Ike, 6, 5, got it, gets a screen, 3 at the free throw line, passes it back out, 2 seconds at the buzzer, Hulsman, no good. We are getting bonus coverage here on NKTelco Sports. 4th quarter evened up. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with overtime action here on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Welcome back to Wapak as we get set for overtime. And wow, New Bremen was down 9 with 4 minutes to go. Dave, I think you said it best just a minute ago. Marion didn't play bad down the stretch. New Bremen just played awesome and tied it back up.
New Bremen just came back and tied it up. Marion didn't lose it. They just, New Bremen stepped it up. We had a couple big threes. Dave Holman with a huge baskets there.
And he has 4 fouls now, by the way. Also, so does Everman. Sorry not to cut you off.
Yeah, it's you get some bonus coverage, and I'm not complaining here.
Woo. Tip goes to Marion. So we have 4 minutes, of additional play here. And Bremen going to go back to that zone. That was the first time. That's why I kept mentioning it, because both teams played man-to-man the entire game.
Yeah, I thought that was a huge move by Coach Stevens to do it. And Coach Guttermiller, he countered and said, we're just going to hold it till the very end.
Here's Ike with a 3 ball to start the overtime. Off the mark. Bornhorst battles for the rebound and tips it to Trevor Bergman for New Bremen.
When you switch to zone, you can't play zone the whole game, or usually can't. You got to play that man. If you can switch to a zone at a key moment, a nice good move by Stevens and a good bucket.
Nice pass inside by Trevor Bergman to Dan Holman. And something Marion local hasn't seen all night. They're trailing. This is the first lead for New Bremen in this ball game.
Yeah, and New Bremen stays in the 3-2 zone, and you know, I'm not sure. I'm sure they practice zone offense, but you know, I don't know the last time they had to face a zone.
Skipped out top, Hulsman. He'll step in for the jumper. And off the iron, rebound. Ungren, though, there for the board. Back up and in. He has been very good on the glass for Marion Local here tonight.
A lot of good offensive rebounds. That was a much-needed basket there.
2:45 remaining. We're even at 39. Here in overtime. Bussey dumps it off to Bergman. Almost loses the handle, able to get it to Dan Homan. Homan working down inside, gets Ungren. Nice footwork off the glass and in.
Nice pivot move by Dan Homan. He's got 4 points in overtime.
And we have a quick timeout taken by New Bremen. It's a full. We'll take a quick break as well. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos system takes the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
2:29 remaining here in overtime from Wapak High School. If you're just joining us, the Marion Local Flyers taking on the New Bremen Cardinals. The Cardinals with their, well, I guess it's their second lead. And they scored twice here in the overtime, up 41-39.
And they stay in the zone. I was wondering if they'd switch to man. Coach Guttemar sure talked about zone. Both times this overtime, they had some good looks. So there are some openings in this zone if they're patient.
There's an opening shot there, but it's a short three. And it's a different kind of rhythm when you go against the zone, right? You're used to being guarded all the time. Now you got some space. You still got to find that comfort to knock down that open shot. And that change has gotten Marion a little bit off their offense. And Bremen with a chance to extend their lead.
And if you're Bremen, you can be a little bit patient here. They've had to be so aggressive the whole fourth quarter.
Homan back out top to Bornhorst. Minute 45 remaining. Bornhorst going to pull it back out against Hulsman. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Bergman. And on the flip side, if you're Marion Local, you can be aggressive. They still only have, with that foul, 4 fouls.
Right. Again, you can be aggressive. You know, early in this game, New Bremen had 8 turnovers the first quarter. They've only had 4 since that time, but they play the defense. You could probably get a turnover, and if you're New Bremen, be patient. There's a double team.
A little too anxious there. The right idea, I think, by Marion Local, but they went in very handsy. And what I mean by that is if you're going to trap, you should trap with your feet first. And they went in a lot with the hands. Foul called. That foul will go against Bryce Moeller, his first. So Bremen triggered in, 1:26 remaining in overtime.
You can be that double team. You can be aggressive. Maybe you get a steal, maybe you get a foul, but you have to do it when you're down by 2, and there's a steal.
And there's an errant pass picked up by Moeller and then compounded by Bergman. So tough pass to throw away, but you don't want to foul against Marion because now you just sent them back to the free throw line.
Yeah, as you get the look here, and there was a Bryce Moeller stepped into the passing lane.
Yeah, it was thrown from Dan Homan. A nice defensive play. We've said that all night. Both these teams defending very well. There's what you love to see. Coach having a nice conversation with his guard, letting him know.
Hey, worry about the next play.
That's right. Plays happen.
A lot of plays, just keep playing.
There's been a lot of great plays in this ballgame. It's been a ton of fun. As that one's off the mark by Moeller. Unfortunately, one of these teams has to lose because this has been a great showing from both of these teams.
Yes, Isaiah.
Second one by Moeller rattles home. It's a 1-point ball game. We're going to have a Marion Local timeout. It's a 30. I'd like to again thank our sponsors. Frost Roofing, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, Plygem, Precision Strip, Sweeterman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Ferguson Construction, Fowler's TV, Wilson Health, Cy Sweeterman, Carriage Works, Kogi Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, Wayne Trail, Cargill, Wagner's IGA, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank, The Spot, and St. Mary's Foundry. Thanks again to all those great sponsors providing this fantastic ball game. Marion Local going to come back out with the ball here. I'm sorry, New Bremen come back out with the ball, leading by 1.
You know, and I think the emphasis, if you're New Bremen here, is don't worry about what the clock is. Just run a good offense here. If you start worrying about running clock and, you know, not making any mistakes, you'll make mistakes. Just run through your offense. First of all, they're going to have to break through the pressure here. It's going to be a soft half court.
Could be something leading to a trap, too, for that matter. But, yeah, you're right. Looks like they're going to back away.
Yeah, it's over a minute to go here. And just play through your offense. You know, it's easier said than done.
They get it inside. They are trying to double, swinging around the perimeter. Here's Homan. And now back out top to Bergman, 55 seconds.
Cardinals are just one timeout here and almost tipped away.
Homan loses the handle. It's tipped and stolen by Ronenbaum. Quickly back the other way. Here comes Eink. Going to go right at Bergman. Swings in the lane. Off the glass. Doesn't go. And the rebound pulled away by Bussy. Bremen with a 1-point lead. Getting across the half-court line. Here's Bornhorst. Very physical. Bornhorst still nobody there. And finally, they reach in and a foul is called.
Boy, if kind of just let him go, he could have just had a 5 second because Bornhorst had put his hands around the ball in there, and that's the 6th foul. So now from here on out, we'll be shooting free throws. Again, Marion's defense stepped up, had another steal, just couldn't convert on the layup there.
Going to check Everman out as he has 4 fouls to not pick up the 5th here with 30 seconds to go.
It's 24 Reese Hess in the game.
So Bussy to trigger it in. 30 seconds remaining in the ball game. Bremen with the ball in a 1-point lead. They get into Bussy, back out top to Bornhorst, and he gets quickly fouled by Hess.
That's who you want to be on the line if you're the Cardinals. Of course, Nolan had a tough end of the St. Henry game where he missed 4 in a row at the end of regulation. We'll see if he's learned from that. And, you know, we forget, you know, this is just a game of basketball. These are 16 to 18-year-old kids.
That's right.
It's and the thing is, they want to win so badly. And here's a couple 1-and-1 here by Bornhorst.
First one by Bornhorst off the iron, no good. A rebound by Everman, got away with the travel there as he jumped with the ball. And the Bremen faithful sure to let him know. 20 seconds remaining. Marion down by 1.
Bremen in the zone again. Eink
can't get it to go. Rebound fought for and picked up by Reese Bussy. He will be fouled. So we'll walk to the other end with 11 seconds to go. And again, we'll go back to the free throw line. Again with the 1-and-1 this time. Reese Bussy to step to the free throw line for New Bremen.
Yeah, another 1-and-1 Bussy. He's been relatively quiet, only 3 points tonight. Sophomore is 67% foul shooter, but that percentage doesn't measure shooting at the end overtime here. Your team up by just 1.
41-40, New Bremen on top. 11 seconds remaining. Bussy, the first of a 1-and-1, able to rattle it home. Still opportunity here either way. The most they can get up to if Bussy knocks down the second one is a 3-point lead.
And Marion has 2 timeouts if they need them, or if they want them.
Bussy, second free throw, knocks it down. Big free throws by the sophomore guard. And Bremen now has a 3-point lead at 43-40. Little surprised there isn't more pressure here. And New Bremen's all the way in the backcourt.
And then you have the strategy. You're up by 3. Do you foul before they get a 3-point shot? A lot of times the theory is once it gets by 5 to down to 5 seconds to foul them.
Here we go, flying up the floor is Eink. He's going to right the bucket, kicks it out. Ronenbaum, 3-ball, got it! Oh my, big shot, 4 seconds to go. Ronenbaum hits the 3.
What a great move there as they draw it up. Eink looks like he's going to go for the layup, and he says, no, I got my buddy out there. Ronenbaum, who stepped up big and squares himself up and knocks down a huge tray, and we are tied. Wow. I didn't see that coming.
Wow, I seriously thought they were taking the quick 2.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was doing. And I think everybody in the whole gym thought that, except for Alex Ink and Brady Ronenbaum. And what a great play. And now it's 4 seconds here. If you're New Bremen, you're just like, number one, let's get the ball in. The worst case they want is it goes into a second overtime.
Double overtime.
If you're Marion, it's like, hey, let's try to get a tip here. Let's get something here. We got the momentum here. And, I'll see if they do any kind of pressure. I would imagine they're going to pick them up in the backcourt.
Right.
So.
Well, that's why I was a little surprised New Bremen didn't pick up.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because the worst thing that happens, they run past you and make a layup if you're defending, right?
And if you're Marion, you don't want them to get inside half court to have a shot. If you get inside half court, you can make it. All of us have made half court shots. If they can get a look. And they're really far back as New Bremen has spread them out.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to yield this first one to Bergman if they triggered in, and they do. He'll get it up across half-court line, spin.
Timeout.
And I think New Bremen had a timeout, so a good play there by the Cardinals looking for their spot. They should get it. Yeah, they're going to get it across the half-court line, so 1.6 seconds. Great play, good idea there by Coach Stevens. I think he kind of tricked everybody else, just like the great play by Ink. Everybody thought Bergman was just going to go up with that shot. Great decision. It seems like, because now you got a lot more to work with.
Now you can get a pass into somebody off the screen, and you can set and shoot. 1.6. The key is what kind of a pass you can get.
Yeah, it has to be one going.
You want to get towards
the basket.
You don't want to throw it in the backcourt because you don't want to steal and go the opposite way. You don't want anything like that. I'm sure they'll set up some type of screen. They'll try to set up something for Bornhorst. Or do you use him as a decoy and try to work him off?
I was going to say, you got Bussy, who's got good size. Reese Bussy at 6'4", could catch the ball on the block and do a turnaround jump shot type thing. Patrick Wells has decent size. You've got some options. You even got Logan Suchland with some size. So they've got multiple. So Bussy's, I doubt Bussy's getting it. He's inbounding it. Yeah. I would be shocked. You don't really have.
You don't have enough time there. So well, here we go.
Here we go, 1.6 seconds remaining. Bussy looking to trigger it, gets the Bornhorst. He'll turn, fire, and it's almost goes. Wow, what a great looking attempt there by New Bremen. Does not go, and it is tied, and we'll go to double overtime. We're going to catch our breath, take a quick break. You're watching high school basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a third-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpock, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on first, second, and third shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Welcome back to Walpock as we get set for overtime period number 2 between Marion Local and New Bremen.
Wow, and what a game. What a huge three by Brady Ronenbaum. Logan Suchland almost got a Lorenzo Charles basket by NC State way back to put it in there. And
crazy.
Here we go, double OT.
Bremen will come out in the 3-2 zone. You saw it a couple times in overtime. Hulsman just hanging on to it right now.
And see, the players are actually talking to Coach Gellermiller, or at least seeing what I imagine.
They're acting like they are at least, right?
On what they want to do. I think they're content to
run some clock
here. Marion has not shot very good in the second half. They're 2 of 7 in the third quarter, 2 of 9 in the fourth, 2 of 7. As there's been some incidents around the area, Russia and Jackson Center became a stall fest, I think it was 24-12 game, but at this point, you're not looking about you're not looking for style points, you're looking for a win. And Coach Guttemiller, who's coached, has had a very good resume. He's had almost 150 wins, the state championship.
They ran a minute off here so far, so we're down to 3 minutes here in the second overtime. And they do dump it inside to Hulsman, back out top.
I think they're going to do a little cat and mouse, and all of a sudden they'll try to do a flurry and maybe get an easy look.
They're going to make Bremen engage here, I think, either way defensively. And not a bad idea.
No, it's you also remember, he knows some of these players are tired. He knows, hey, we need a little break here. And sometimes
I'm tired.
Sometimes maybe it calms everybody down a little bit. And there's 10 fouls on New Bremen. So if there's any foul, there's a double bonus.
Down to 2:15 remaining in our second overtime. It's been one possession here so far by Marion. As Ronenbond stands out top, now back over to Hulsman. Bremen going to pick up man-to-man, it looks like, which is, I'm sure, what they were.
I think that's what they wanted here, and they win the battle of the chess match, so to speak, because now we just have a 2-minute overtime period, so to speak. And Hulsman's being patient here, and
boy, Homan is not that far away. He has to be just outside of his defensive positioning as far as getting a count, and he's not getting one.
And now he's going to
Now he will, because he was pretty close. Minute and a half remaining. Marion trying to work something inside, swing it back out to Everman. And now back over to Hulsman.
You know, tonight, Marion's only had 8 turnovers compared to 14 for New Bremen, so they've been the better ball handling team.
Back out top, Ronenbond. Sorry, Dave.
2 years ago, they won an overtime game. Marion won an overtime game over St. Henry here in the district final on their way to win in state. And
1 minute remaining, so they've chewed up 3 minutes of clock here.
And now, if you're Coach Guttemiller out running, that was a dangerous pass.
Yeah. Lucky they didn't get a steal and a layup away there.
And you don't want to be too calm with it that you get the ball tipped away from you.
45 seconds. I'm really surprised how much room these officials have given out defensively.
And there's a steal, almost a steal.
Hulsman gets it back, 35 seconds, and going to lead into a Marion local timeout. And you hear the crowd's not excited, but, you know, like you said, they're tired, they're wore out. It was an interesting decision by Guttemiller to get them out of that zone. You know, for Bremen, if you're not going to come out of it, then it's, you know, it's fair game.
And there's things that, you know, Coach Guttemiller knows that I don't know. You know, he might know my team is not very good in zone. We haven't played against the zone much in 7 games. I do not know, not being at all the games, and he knows what his team's strength. He did not want to be in that zone, and he played it out and see if New Bremen came out, and they finally came out. We saw some of that offense in the first half, how they had a nice cut and got a layup against the man. You know, we haven't seen that in a while. The New Bremen the defense has been a lot better, but he's looking for something like that. I don't know if he's necessarily going for the last shot. It's going to be basically, I think, last shot or a layup.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't see a three-pointer being shot. I don't see a driving lane with somebody draped over you, but you know, I'm not sure I've been right by that many things tonight.
Well, the tough part is, if you're New Bremen, you haven't even gotten the ball either. So you don't want to really leave your game in the hands of the other team's offense. 34 seconds remaining. We're about to find out.
You know, some people even say foul here and you get the ball back. You get a more sense of control.
Opportunity.
Yeah. And if you foul, they can only make 2 and you can make a 3. But here we go.
Heinck will bring it across half court. 30 seconds remaining. Drives against Suchland. Backing it back out. We're down to 25. Again, pulling it back out.
Marion has 1 timeout if they need it. Here they're going to run through their play.
Down to 15 seconds. I think they're going for the last shot here.
I think so.
Down to 11. Heinck gives it up. Hulsman looking for that backcourt play. Swinging around Heinck out top. No room. 4 seconds. Wheels in the lane against Logan Suchland. He scores. And that's the ball game. What a big shot by Alex Heinck to hit it at the buzzer as they waste 4 minutes. The entire second overtime, one possession goes to Marion Local as you see the team huddled underneath their bench. A great shot by Alex Eink.
Wow, they textbook there. They wanted that ball in the hands of Eink, and here's our replay brought by Winners Meats. He drove to the basket and split it. What a way, what a memory as Alex Eink wins it for the Flyers. What strategy? They stalled the whole the whole second overtime, and one was a great game here in this first game of the district here at Walpole.
A great finish and a great win for Marion Local. We'll take a quick break and be back with our post-game wrap-up. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Hey Minster, this is Nate Henry with NKTelco, and we're here for you for your existing cable TV, internet, and phone service.
Hey Botkins, I'm Brett Gershner with NKTelco, and we are here for you and to help you operate your business network.
Hey Maria Stein, I'm Ken with NKTelco, and we are here for you with Hometown Pride.
Hi Rishi, I'm Tim Metzger, and we are here for you for your installation of your telephone, cable TV, and internet.
Contact NKTelco at 1-888-NKTelco.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com. Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Welcome back to Walpock as the Marion Local Flyers are victorious in double overtime over New Bremen 45-43 with our post-game stats, Mr. Dave Kanapke.
Thanks, Greg. What a ball game. I think the stats will reflect how close it was. The field goal percentage, 16-38 for the Cardinals, 15-41, very similar on the threes. Not a lot of threes, 4 for New Bremen, 3 for Marion Local. The free throws, 7-11 for New Bremen. They didn't get in the free throw line as much as Marion did, 12 of 11. Rebounding pretty even, a slight edge to the Flyers. In the turnovers, a slight edge, or a big edge to the Flyers, and they had a couple big turnovers. They got in overtime that got it to go to double overtime there. Some of the leading scorers. First for the Flyers, Alex Eink with 13 points, none bigger than that last basket. Bryce Moeller with 11, Brady Ronenbaum with 8. He had that 3 to send it into double overtime. Hilsman with 5, Everman with 5, Ungren with 2. Ungren led the Flyers with 8 rebounds. Hilsman with 6. For the Cardinals, Dan Homan with 12 points. Nolan Bornhorst with 10, Reese Bussey and Patrick Wells with 5, Dave Homan with 9 points off the bench. Leading the rebounding, Bornhorst had 7, Bussey and Homan both with 5. Before we get into the depths of the game, let's recognize the 5 seniors for New Bremen: Griffin Reckerman, Patrick Wells, Logan Suchlin, Nolan Bornhorst, and Ryan Paul. Congratulate them on their career at New Bremen, their basketball career, and wish them the best of luck. As that's a heartbreaker for New Bremen. They worked themselves all the way from 9 back in the 4 minutes to go, sent it into overtime, and then in the first overtime, then it was the Flyers were down, and the great play where Eink cuts to the basket. They're down by 3. Everybody thinks he's going to get the layup. He kicks it out, and he kicks it out to Brady Ronenbaum. He knocks down the tray, and we go to double overtime. And then Coach Guttermiller decides, we're just going to hold on to the ball. Let's get him out of the zone. Let's go to the man. And then you can see that last play. They wanted to get it to Eink, and he rewarded it with a huge layup there. What a memory there for his team and for himself as Alex Ink will go into, he's our player of the game as well. As he was scoreless in the third quarter, but he stepped up big in the fourth quarter, and of course got the game-winning shot. Our player of the game, Alex Ink. But you know, there's a lot of players that were in this game, and it was a great ball game. Great ball game.
You know, I mentioned it right before the first piece of regulation ended that somebody had to lose, obviously, but it was such a good game at that point already. Then we went into overtime, then into second overtime, and just spectacular plays all the way around. Both teams responding when they needed to. It was just a lot of fun to watch and announce, and congratulations to New Bremen finishing a solid season. Obviously not the way they wanted, but a good job by them as they end up 14-11 on the year. Congratulations to Coach Stevens on a solid performance here tonight, and congratulations again to the Marion local Flyers as they will continue down the tournament trail. That's going to do it for us here at NKTelco. I'd like to thank our director, Scott Brunswick, his assistant Bryce Hamrick, our cameraman Jeff Hench and Mark Fissel, Xavier Gross, Kurt Kuffner, my partner Dave Kanapke. I'm Greg Burning. Thanks for watching.